Hello everyone, my name is Caffeinery Gamer. Today I'm going to talk about the review of a game and how I make remake stories. When you watch the video, you can understand how to think deeply about games. You will be able to enjoy even developing games. You can use this video for your entertainment, your story improvement, and constructive critique as you want. Because this is Call. Not Call of Duty, not Call of the Wild, not even Call of Nature. It's the call of story, call of game, the call of let's enjoy together. First, let's summarize the info. One Night Too Many, a horror adventure game. Summary: The touch, light to play, intense jump scares. Visuals, indie-ish. How horror, kind of cheap but intense. Story, storytelling with memo. Generally, so indie-ish. This video is for constructive feedback. No offense, no malice. What I want to do here for you is review, reinforce, and rebuild. Please enjoy this and subscribe. Let's story. Review. The first thing I want to say about this game is I don't think this is stressful. Even jump scares don't make me feel annoying, but others could. The touch, not heartbeat. It means easy to play, but intense jump scares prevent me saying easy overall. I guarantee this game is completed, not way in progress. Visuals, not great, especially expression of blood. It's like made with paint from Microsoft. How horror, not scary much but sounds so strong. The point of this game could be the intense sounds. You could dislike this game if you dislike the sound. You could like this game if you like the sound. Story, storytelling with memo as other devs do. Generally, so indie-ish. The most positive part is unlimited ammo. If our friends chose us, this is the game I made, I'd completely accept. Reinforce. If I reinforce this game has two parts. The former one is investigation, the latter one shooting. The playability of this game is kind of key gathering, maybe neither investigation nor shooting. So if I do, make it clear which is the core playability. When we prefer to use unlimited ammo, it could be better prepping more enemies. Then the core playability would be hack and slash style shooting. When we prefer to let players investigate, it could be better prepping more gimmicks. Fun of the investigation can be fun to resolve and achieve, so let them resolve and achieve. This is like hamburger. Its buns are 3 times bigger than its patty. We want to eat meat, don't we? We don't say make pretty 3 times bigger, but want the correct size of patty as big as buns. And sometimes hamburger like 10 times bigger patty would be promoted. Ridicule has power to gather people. I prefer to eat steaks rather than that kind of hamburger though. Rebuild. If I rebuild this game, no matter which reinforcing or rebuilding we do, let's make it clear what the core theme is. The story of this game tells us House Nation and murder. Yep, House Nation is good reason for every stories or settings because that can justify everything. It's like Dream. Anything happens in Dream. I don't judge and don't believe this is the worst game. The worst one should break your PC, break your brain, or break your peace of the mind. This game has none of that. But you know, this game is edible, it's true. like cooking with something in the fridge you can use, and it's edible, but you want it in the restaurant or friend's house. If I were in that situation, immediately search the fake reason to avoid eating. I have stomachache. I already ate. Actually, my mouth is not for eating, just speaking. Or I'll die if eating now. When believing this unreasonable reason, he or she is true friend though. The core of eating is enjoying and sometimes good nutrition. So the core of gaming is enjoying and sometimes making us feeling good. Being edible is good, but it's low grade of joy. The most satisfying game would be the most enjoyable game. Today, let's think about jump scares. Some think horror is not scary, but the creator always tries to surprise us. I kinda know how they feel, because sometimes jump scares are just cheap. Jump scares are one of the techniques and one of the expressions. And jump scares has pretty synergy with YouTube Let's Play, because it's easy to react with surprising faces for Let's Players. But how do you think like this? Will be there the future of horror game beyond the jump scares? I'm curious about this and very scared of this at the same time. Like this channel of mine, it has future. How will it be? You wanna make it big actually? Really? I know the feeling of mistaking, keeping mistaking. I know how sorrowful typhoon would storm around and shake me like a washing machine. The tragic comedy. I think the reason why indie games have so much jump scares is just low cost to put in. And if devs think YouTube is the great place to promote their game, they can easily put jump scares in the game. But when seeing just cheap jump scares in indie games, I feel anxious a little for the future of indie games. Of course, we know nice games are always good at expression as well. So if thinking the future of games, it could be better that we look at only nice games. Then for indie devs, mere cheap jump scares could be their good option? To think overall, the answer might be no. If I define the mere cheap jump scares as look like cheap for most players, when it's true, the problem is only look like cheap for most players. No matter if it's really cheap or not, the problem is what does it look like for most players. So the point is the technique of the expression, not if it's really cheap or not. Many indie game players know indie devs don't have much money or people. But indie devs had no better think. Cheap jump scares are always accepted. Well then, next, let's think about how to improve jump scares. I think the first step is to express gradual. Always expressing like boom 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 is not great. The better way is like boom boom boom. Makes first one the weakest, second one weak, third one normal, fourth one strong, fifth one the strongest. The easiest practice is Sandaochi, 3-graded 4. If you know much about Japan, also know this method is for comedy expression. San means 3, dan means great or step, and ochi means fall, the way to make people fall into the spot of laughing. It's like hop, step and jump, for making the last one the greatest. As comedy, the last one will be not jump, but sleep though. And use this technique to make players fall into the spot of horror. First one is weak, second one normal, third one strong. For example, first one is the voice per ahead, second one the voice above you, the third one right behind you. You see, I don't mention about what kind of enemy we can create. That's where you can differentiate from other games. You can use random, siren head, or whatever enemy you want. You can use even conical character and make it scarier than any other games with horror expression. I think FNAF games are a good example for how to express and tell story. Storytelling is not just telling with text. If you know much about storytelling with a text, then expression of horror should be changed. When the enemy is terrible serial killer, he or she will kill protagonist the brutal way. But even in the case, it's not brutal at all. The setting of serial killer was wrong. As you may know, I'm not a great English speaker. I usually don't say and express I'm not good at English. Because you hear it, then you know it. No expression needed for my low English skill. You know how terrible my pronunciation skill is, without any excuse. Like that, great expression of the enemy don't need to express real words. After thinking and rethinking, I decided to use my English skill to express examples hopelessly. You can't put genius person with saying he or she is genius, so here he or she is. You should trace the genius person with not only saying but also everything you can express. Still players think this is not the genius person. Even if you try, it means your expression was wrong. I wonder if there could be my jump scare that is not intense, but scary or not. No wonder there must be strong jump scares that is not scary but intense. Even FNAF jump scares make me feel that's not great jump scares. Intense jump scares surprise us because it may touch our instincts roughly. It's like hotness of pepper many people can't bear. Oh, hot! I know, we know it's hot, but this dish tastes nothing but hotness! We don't want that at all. We want the hot dish but has good taste at the same time. Intensity like great amount of mere peppers don't entertain us. Please remember this is not only for this game but also for every game. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any kind of constructive critique or opinion, feel free to comment it and let me know. When you like this video, subscribe it. Let's meet in the next Let's Story. See ya!